Welcome to Chat Chow TV, a weekly online TV show featuring the city's top food personalities. Today we're here in River North at BadHappy Poutine to speak with chef and owner Tom Kern and learn just what poutine is. Chef Tom Kern for meeting with us today. Before we get started on your background, what are we drinking here, these fancy looking drinks?
We're going to do a milkshake toast, Candace. Thank you for mentioning that and thank you for being here. You have a peanut butter and chocolate milkshake, which is my favorite. It's very decadent. We actually make both of our shakes with homemade cake. So this one has a chocolate flourless cake. This is our birthday cake shake that we actually make our birthday cake in-house, puree it into the milkshake, and then we garnish it with some of the birthday cake. So
very cool.
Cheers.
Well, cheers to that.
Glad to have you here.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
Very sweet. I love milkshakes. So.
Oh, me too.
So could you tell us a little bit about your background?
We've been in the industry for about 24 years. Done everything from, started as a dishwasher, worked my way up, eventually fine dining and French technique has become my kind of forte. That's my background, French trained. Been in upscale and fine dining for about the last 10 years. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We moved to Chicago to sort of be part of that scene, and where it led us, we had no idea, but yeah. So, yeah. Very
cool. So for those in Chicago who are not familiar with what poutine is, could you explain to us what that dish is?
Sure. It's a traditional French-Canadian dish of French fries, cheese curd, and gravy. So we had the idea, who doesn't like that, right?
Sure.
And my wife's family is a little French-Canadian. She's got some history there. So, we wanted to do something that people in Chicago were familiar with but weren't saturated with. And this is such an awesome food city where it was really hard to find that niche, and I was really inspired by the space. We saw what was in here earlier, and I just saw a picture with a couple of fryers, and I said poutine. It was like a lightning bolt of gravy or something. I have no idea. That was the true inspiration. So. Okay,
and so the menu, what are the different categories on your menu?
We have a couple of things we call smushes, which basically in essence are schmears. We take local bread, toast it. We have a house-made salmon rillette. We have a chicken liver pate. We also have one of my favorites is the 312, which is pepperoni, local pepperoni, pureed with hard egg, and it's on, like I said, our ciabatta bread, and then we have house-made jardiniere. So it's very much the flavors of Chicago. So very nice.
So on that menu, how much of it would you say are ingredients that are house-made here? And could you explain a few of them? Maybe?
Sure. I would say a good 75 to 80% of everything we do is house-made, from our house-ground burgers to our homemade sausage. We make our own head cheese, we make our own kimchi, we make our own ketchup, our own mayonnaise. So, we try to do everything as classically and as traditionally as possible and use local ingredients, support the local farmers and purveyors and markets and everything. We're really huge into that. So.
Yeah, so you're really supporting the local community here.
We're trying to. They've been supporting us pretty well. So, it's one hand washes the other, so to speak.
Sure. So you've been open for a little bit now, and what would you say are the customer favorites so far? What do you see people picking out on the menu?
It's a dead heat between the redneck and the good, the bad, and the happy.
Okay, and what are each of those?
Those are very, very different. The way I explain it is the redneck is sort of me as a child growing up in North Carolina. You have your barbecue pork, mac and cheese, slaw, fried okra, that type of thing. And then the good, bad, and the happy is sort of me, a little more mature with my French training, my fancy pants think who I am, with your truffle mayo and your veal cheek and foie gras and everything like that. So those are kind of the two different sides of me. It wasn't planned that those were going to be the two front runners, but it just happens to be. So.
Okay. Yeah. And in your opinion, what is the best poutine on your menu?
I like the good, the bad, and the happy.
Okay.
It's everything wrapped up into just like one decadent, lovely thing, So it's a perfect for a cold day in Chicago. Come in, get your fried egg on top, it just satisfies.
Yeah, so. Total comfort food dish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're gonna need a nap, so.
Okay, and then you have one on the menu called Hot Asian?
One Hot Asian, sure.
And what is in that one?
That is, we make a house-made head cheese and Vietnamese style sausage. We make our own kimchi, and we use like a jalapeno curd with that. Okay. So you've got a lot of spicy things going on. And then we take some of the rendering liquid from the kimchi, we mix it with some house mayo, and we kind of mix that up, and it's kind of nice little spicy sauce. And then we top that with like a daikon and carrot slaw. So it's a little bit lighter, but it's got a lot of flavors I really enjoy. It's got a little heat, it's got the house sausage and everything. So yeah, it's good.
So that mayo is almost like the gravy.
It's almost like a gravy,
traditional poutine dish.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then the name BadHappy, what does that mean?
It's a state of mind and also a presence of physical dismay as you're really happy about it. It's doing something you know that's really bad for you, but it makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of that. It sort of encompasses the feeling of you probably shouldn't be eating a couple of thousand calories for lunch, but you know what? You're so happy about it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, you know,
Bad
Chicago
happy.
loves those guilty pleasure
Absolutely,
dishes.
for sure. You know.
Very nice. Well, Chicago is very happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
And we definitely look forward to seeing what else you're going to have on the menu as it changes and kind of evolves with the ingredients that you're going to make in-house. So,
Great.
thank you.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
Cheers again.
We'll finish
Thank
up
you.
with this delicious
All right.
milkshake.
For sure. Thanks, Candace.